morning, it's Mitch and M. This is M&M's on any Sunday. Today we are going to talk about something that I find quite bizarre, but it's a problem that one of my mates has at the moment. He's a middle-aged man and he has what I like to call testicular claustrophobia, but M's actually come up with a better name. What are you going to call it?
Tankticular claustrophobia. So
it's tankticular claustrophobia. We're not sexist here on M&M's. So what this is about is my mate is struggling to find a adventure bike that he feels comfortable on because of the size of the tank and the size of the handlebars that's actually closing in around him. So he compromises his visibility. He feels like he can't see the road. So we're going to do a quick experiment where we're going to sit on my Beamer and also my Hypermotard. So they're two completely different bikes. The Beamer you sit back on and you do have that big tank in front of you, but the Hypermotard you actually sit virtually on top of it, like you almost feel like you're gonna fall forward. So we're gonna get a visual of that and then we're gonna go and see if we can find this guy a motorbike that he actually feels comfortable on and not testicularly claustrophobic on. Is that right? Did I get that right?
No.
No.
Tankticularly claustrophobic on.
So, tankticularly claustrophobic on. All right? Cool. So we've made this as scientific as we possibly can. We've got a 45 running out from the bottom of the axle, and we've got bottles at 20, 40 and 60 centimetres. M's going to put the camera in my line of sight and let's see what we can see. So come in, M. I'm sitting on the bike, bolt upright in riding position, and I can see the bottle at 60 centimetres on my left and I can see the bottle at 60 centimetres on my right. It's pretty good visibility from up here. Just get the Hyper Duck out of the way and bring the Beamer in. This could end badly. I'm actually going to have to move bottles out to 80 because I'm definitely not going to be able to see anything. Wow, this is actually amazing. I'm staggered. I can't see anything. I've moved bottles out to 1 metre and I actually can't see anything. This is, I'd never actually thought this concept would even be reality. But when you're manoeuvring an ADV in tight terrain, I could actually imagine this would be a problem. I can now see what my mate is talking about. So we're going to go find him a bike. I actually feel some sympathy for him now. Hey, we have to do a little bit of filming because we've come up with your concept. We've got a name for your ailment. M's called it Tankticular Claustrophobia. All right, in the interest of consistency and good science, the only thing that's varied here is the brand of beer. This is actually cider. It shouldn't make any difference. So this is the bike that my mate Pete's currently riding. It's the CF Moto 650 MT. It's about 2017 model. And he reckons that he is pretty comfortable on this and doesn't have tankticular claustrophobia. So I'm just getting position on the bike. And I can see what he's talking about. Right, those beer bottles are at 60, 80, 1 metre and 120. And I can see the one at 80 centimetres fully. So that's actually even better than the Hypermotard, and certainly a lot better than the BMW. So the problem is that the adventure bikes with the tanks up high, 20 litre tank up high, it's too big, it's in your way, it annoys you, gives you tankticular claustrophobia, and you're looking for a bike that's got a tank that's low slung. And you think you might have found it?
For psychological reasons.
Psychological reasons. Oh. So you know you're not looking at the ground when you're riding, but the whole idea of having a tank in front of you that you can't see past just bugs you. Maybe we need to go orange. Let's go have a look. So you look at the front end of that. High handlebars, thin tank, decent screen, small display. You should be able to see over the front of that, surely.
You know when you're riding a trials bike?
Yeah.
And you're over the front, looking at the obstacles
and
everything, like your approach and
Yeah.
you're planning ahead. And you feel so confident because you can see everything.
Yeah.
That's the feeling that I love when I'm actually riding a bike.
Yeah. So we're here at Savage Motorcycles and we're looking at the last bike in our experiment on Tankticular Claustrophobia. We're looking at the KTM 890 Adventure. We discovered this bike, we're excited about it because it actually has an underslunk tank and really, really good instrument panel and good ergonomics. So let's give it a go. So this is it, guys. I think this might be the bike. Check it. Underslunk 20-litre tank, reduced instrument panel, raised handlebars, awesome ergonomics. Let's see what we can see sitting on this bike. Or hopefully let's see what we can't see. No, hang on. Let's see what we can see. Oh, you know what I mean. All right, this is actually incredible. So I'm in the sitting position here and you can see what I can see. I can see the bottles are 80 centimeters, 1 meter and 120. Total visibility. And what's more amazing is this bike is so light, I'm just wiggling it in between my feet. Seriously, this is unbelievable. I think we found it, guys. If you're like my mate and you suffer from tankticular claustrophobia and you hate having all that bike in front of you when you're in the riding position, then this is the bike for you. 20-litre tank, underslung. This is awesome. Ergonomics, fantastic. So that concludes our incredibly scientific experiment. Thanks heaps to Savage Motorcycle, KTM dealer here in Midland.